time you were in a stellar form, and you were an NBA rising star.
Yeah, my first year ended up in being on the rookie all-star team, yes. It was much harder to be on the rookie NBA team than right now, because I had to be in 12 players out of every rookie. Now they play American rookies against the world, right? So it's much easier to get into the team.
Okay. How would you think that you'll come to Kosovo as a junior NBA program ambassador to promote the game that we love, to promote this game to kids, and find yourself as a guest in a program where you once were 20 years ago?
Well, it's surreal, honestly. I never expected footage like this because I never saw it before. This is the first time I'm seeing it. And it was like 6 years ago maybe, the NBA called me and asked me if I want to be European ambassador for the NBA and working with the kids in this program, what you said, Junior NBA, and I immediately said yes, because I wanted to give back something to the basketball, because basketball gave me so much, and especially working with the kids. Knowing when I was growing up and being a kid like they are right now, I did not have opportunity to speak to somebody who really made it in basketball. Yeah. And I definitely know it would mean a lot to me if I had something like that. So I can imagine what it means to the kids right now when somebody of us come to their facilities and do clinics with them. I think they're going to enjoy it. We're going to have clinic after this show, right? We're going to go to do practice with the kids. They're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah. Who was your idol when you were a young basketball player?
Honestly,
both in Europe and NBA.
Yeah, honestly, if I have to be honest, I did not have idols. Honestly, I did not follow sports. I love to play. I'm pretty competitive, and I love to play sports. I never watch sports. But if I have to mention two names, international and domestic name, it's going to be definitely Dražen Petrović and Michael Jordan, of course.
Two of my favorites.
They when I was younger, when I was starting, they compared me with Scottie Pippen. Okay. So I was always the long one, yeah. And my body type was similar to his. So they compared me with him. But for me, it was Michael Jordan and Dražen Petrović.
So here we go along. We have the same idols.
Oh.
Okay, Gordan, you know this region very well. You know the context and how kids love basketball. You started as a young player in Cibona at the age of 16. Played for 8 seasons prior to beginning your international career in CSKA Moscow. Then from CSKA you went to NBA, where you first played for Memphis.
Memphis Grizzlies.
Then you went to Orlando. Yes. Utah, Philadelphia, and...
well, Philadelphia, I don't like to mention. I was part of Philadelphia 76ers, but I was there for the wrong reasons. Yeah. They traded for me just because my contract was expiring, and they would find themselves rebuilding the team. So they collect all the players, most of the players whose contracts were off after the year, and they wanted to sign Elton Brand actually for the max. Oh. And basically they got me just because my contract was, was off after the year.
But then you
release the salary, to get the bigger salary cap for the next season.
But then you ended up to Phoenix.
That was an amazing trade for me. I asked for the trade. Yeah, as soon as they told me why am I in Philadelphia, I asked for the trade. And luckily, the general manager of Philadelphia accepted my request, and they traded me to Phoenix. And I was born again in Phoenix. Unfortunately, the crisis in 2008 came, and they were like, they sold the team. Shaq was going away. I think Barbosa, they traded Barbosa because they wanted to cut expenses. And the contract that I wanted to get in a normal situation, normal circumstances, they would give it to me, but in these circumstances, no.
And then so you headed back to Europe. You went to Istanbul, one of my favorite cities, and you played for Fenerbahce, which is my preferred team in Turkey. How did you end up in Fenerbahce, and then you went back to Cibona, but let's talk to Fenerbahce.
Yes, my last 2 years of my career were in Fenerbahce. I ended up there because they wanted me, and I wanted to come to Fenerbahce because I knew that Fenerbahce has the biggest fan base. They have like 30 or 40 million fans. One of the most famous teams in not only in basketball, but also in soccer, volleyball, and they have the whole team together, right? So they wanted me, I wanted them, and we made the deal pretty easy.
Okay, now the kids today in Kosovo will have a chance to play with you, to get your instructions. Considering your experience, what will you tell them today?
Well, I'm going to show them something that was my forte, which is defense and offense, how to read offense when you're getting off the screens, some of the dribbling techniques that I was doing. So basically, I always played in both ways. So I'm going to try to teach them for this small amount of time, because we only have 2 hours with them, right? But I'll try. If they ask me something, I'm going to answer the questions for them, whatever they want to ask me. But what I'm going to show them, I'm going to show them what my forte was.
They are very fortunate, and it's going to be very valuable. I
hope
guess.
so. I hope so.
Yeah. Okay, Eric. Last year it was inaugural year of junior NBA in Kosovo.
Yeah.
A very valuable program for girls and boys in Kosovo. Can you please give us the feedback regarding the last year's cooperation with Kosovo Basketball Federation?
Yeah, I mean, it was tremendous from our side, and Arben and the team have been amazing, and it seemed like the kids really enjoyed it, the coaches enjoyed it, the schools enjoyed it, and so we're back for the next year here. And
okay, and what is the agenda of Junior NBA this year in Kosovo? What are we going to be doing these 2 days?
Yeah, so we have the clinic this afternoon, and then tomorrow is our Junior NBA draft, and so we'll have all of the schools that are going to be involved in the Junior NBA leagues. They're split up. There's 30 NBA teams, so there's going to be 30 schools represented, and we will have a special draft where they get to see which franchise they're going to represent. They get their jerseys, and it's just fun to see to connect them into that bigger basketball community. They can kind of have that connection to the NBA. It's pretty neat.
Yeah. What do you hope? What the kids will learn from you today?
Whatever they want to learn. If they ask me something they're interested in, I'm gonna answer them. Hopefully, they're gonna realize that for the successful life in anything what they start to do, they have to be disciplined, persistent, responsible, and all these things that sport taught me throughout my career.
Okay,
which helped me right now in my life as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Gordan, after Croatia became independent state in 1991, you were the second generation of Croatian basketball players to play in NBA after the pioneers like Dražen Petrović, Dino Radja, Kukoc, Branković, and Tabak. And then came your generation with Šundov, Bagarić, I think so, Planinić, and Kasun. Kasun. Actually, there are 3 players for the time being that are playing in NBA. Bogdanović,
right
Dario Šarić, and Ivica Zubac in Clippers. A lot of talents, a lot of European players in NBA, yet Croatian national team is struggling. The last trophy was bronze medal in 1995 when national team head coach was Aca Petrović, which is now again interim head coach. Obviously, you don't lack talents in Croatia, but what does Croatia lack in order to compose a successful team that will bring back these trophies again?
Right. You know what? I have to be politically correct. You know, like I'm not involved in basketball federation right now, and what they are trying to do with the basketball. I can see, like you can see, that something's wrong, right? What I see from outside, so I can only speak what I see from outside. I'm not involved in their work, right? I would say now when I finish my career, I can tell when I was a player, I did not think that way, but now I can tell that probably the coach is the most important, and the biggest fault lies on the coach.
Okay.
Second thing, I would say the hierarchy in the team. How the team, meaning who's the leader, who is not a leader.
Okay.
And I think that coach should be in charge in putting the hierarchy in place, not let players decide who is the main guy. Because when you have 12 players in national team, everybody thinks they can do the best because you have the best 12 players. And sometimes if you don't have a mentality like some other teams maybe to recognize immediately who is charisma of the winner, then you might struggle. And I think this too, because with talent, like you said, with talent we have, for sure. I would say this too, but it's complicated question. I mean, probably many other things also involved.
Yeah, I ask you this because it is very related to this junior NBA program, which teaches the kids about how to become a better basketball player, I guess.
Well, I'm not sure I understand what you said right now. When you coach the kids in junior NBA, you teach them how to be better players and better people as well, because the skills they're going to learn through sports, they're going to use that in life. But like I said, in national team, what I said is two, to me, main reasons why the basketball is not that good at this moment right now in Croatia.
Okay, Eric, after the draft and official start of junior NBA program this year, what is the program for upcoming months?
Yeah, they'll have a regular season over the next couple months that will then have a big finale. They'll have a finals weekend and a playoffs, which is pretty exciting too.
And after that?
After the finals?
Yep.
Next season.
Oh, I think, yeah, then we get ready again. We get ready again for year number 3.
But what happens with the champion of...
I mean, so every kid, they get championship rings.
Okay.
And then they also get medals for the second and third place teams as well. So we try to make it bring that NBA excitement, bring that that connection that they're playing for something. They're playing for the bragging rights, but they're also playing for some hardware too.
Yeah. So. What do they learn during this period? Not only during these 2 days, but also during these 3 months.
Yeah, and like Gordan was saying, I think part of the junior NBA curriculum is focused on being a teammate, teamwork, how to accept instruction from your coach, how to be a leader on and off the court. But I think the teamwork mentality, the respect, the sportsmanship, how to deal with success, how to deal with adversity. These are all things that when they happen on the court, really do help them develop their character, and that's a big part of what the junior NBA is all about.
Gordan, is there anything else that you would like to add to basketball fans in Kosovo?
I'm happy to be here. Happy I'm going to work with the kids, and happy to see your basketball growing. And unfortunately, we won't be able to see today's game.
Yeah.
But next time when I come, I'll try to see, especially the derby that they're going to be today.
Both of you, you're going to be my guest. It's very interesting.
Fantastic.
It will remind you of old days when Cibona played against Jugoplastika.
And Zadar.
And Zadar.
In Yazine.
Okay. In Yazine.
They say that Madison Square Garden is the mecca of basketball. Never was for me, never will be.
But Yazine.
Yazine is the mecca of basketball.
In Croatia.
I don't know. I would say everywhere, honestly, for me, because it gave me so much experience. Because when I was 16, and we played Croatian Junior Championship, and when you, as a 16-year-old, psychologically weak, and you step on the court, in the atmosphere, it's like today's game probably for you guys, where they curse at you, threatening to get on the court and fight with you when you're 16. That's something that you remember all your life, and then you survive that, then you're able to play in any atmosphere.
What doesn't break you makes you stronger.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, next time, both of you, you're going to be our guest. Eric, would you like to add something at the end?
Yeah, again, we're just thankful to be here, thankful for the partnership with the Federation, and just hope to just fan the flame of the basketball passion that's already here. We're just excited to be a part of it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you guys for being today with us in ASIST, and enjoy your stay in Kosovo.
Thanks for having us.
Ja. Adhurues të basketbollit ishim së bashku me Gordanin dhe Erikun, dy mysafirët tanë të nderuar, të cilë do të jenë mysafir me programin Junior NBA, Gordani si ambasador I këtij programi dhe Eriku si udhëheqës së bashku me fëmijët të cilët gjatë këtyre 2 ditëve do të kenë rast unik për të mësuar nga ishi NBA Ylli, e më pas gjatë këtyre 3 muajve, nesër e kanë draftin e NBA-t, do të garojnë për titullin e kampionit në Junior NBA program. Kurse në vazhdim, unë propozoj që të shohim se si ka kalu edhe hapja zyrtare dhe drafti i Junior NBA programit.